What's happening, guys? This is Buzz Nagpal for iGyaan.in. This is going to be our quick review of the new Xolo Q1000s. Now, this is Xolo's new flagship device in the market. It's a fairly slim device. It's a really slim, nice profile device. And we're going to tell you what's good and what's bad about this device. So let's begin with the review of the Q1000s. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the new Q1000s. Now, this is a good device. You can see we got a notification over there. I'll tell you what's great about this device, and then I'll tell you what's not so great about this device. So let me quickly pull down these toggles. I'm going to reduce the brightness so you can see the screen properly. Okay, so we've already done a gaming test. We've already done a video sample for the device. The camera is good, really nice focus on the camera. The overall device is really well built. You have a metal unibody sort of shell over here. Really well made device, a really slim profile you can see over here. Really nice, really pocketable. The speakerphone is really loud, really impressed with the camera over here. The front camera is also decent, could have been better. You have a unibody shell, so you have a SIM tray. You don't have expandable memory, the biggest disappointment with this device. And a little bit of software glitching here and there. We'll talk about that. So if you talk about the overall interface, you have very stock. You can see I have notifications over here which I can get rid of. Some I can, some I can't. So these three I can't get rid of. But you can also jump into toggles from over here, and you can jump into settings. And if I go into about device over here, you can see we're running Android 4.2.1, which is a jelly bean out of the box. You should get updates to 4.2.2 or 3, even 4.3 if the company decides to give you that. But if they don't, then you're stuck with this. Now, this is your camera application, and you have lots of camera features over here, which you can choose: beauty shot, smile shot, scene, multi-angle shot. You also have beauty face, etc. HDR, photography. You can turn on or off flash. You can shift to the front camera as well. You also have color effects, white balance settings, scene modes. On the basic settings, you can also turn on zero shutter delay, face detection, preview, etc. And in video, you can turn on electronic image stabilization, which is decent. It's not the best that you can get. You also have time lapse and video quality settings over here, which you can set up. It does record full HD video at 1080p, which is becomes sort of like the standard for these devices now. Now, this device is available for about 18,000 rupees in the market. Slightly more than what we'd expected it to be, but if you do a little bit of hunting around, you can still get it for about 17,000 odd. The display is fantastic. You can see we have great viewing angles. And if we talk about the overall specs on the device, let's talk about the display over here. We have a 5-inch 720 by 1280p display. You can get 1080p displays over here. But 1280 by 720 is what you have, and it's not bad for the device, to be very honest. It gives it a total of 294 pixels per inch, and it is an IPS display, and it is a one glass solution, so your display and your touchscreen are fused together, so everything appears to be on top. So it actually appears like the icons are right here on top. So when you tap, you're actually tapping the icons, which is good. Now you can see your notifications pop up right over your icons over there. You can move your icons around. You can drop in new icons from your app tray. We did do a gaming review, so if you want to jump over to our gaming video, you can do so by clicking on the video right now and going over to our gaming review. You can also find it on our channel, youtube.com/iGyaan. If you want to check out the gaming review, we did an extensive gaming review on this. We also played Asphalt 8, which works really well on the device. Now, if you talk about the interface, you have a fairly stock-looking vanilla sort of interface, so no customizations done from there. You can initiate video calls, and when you do initiate a call, it asks you which SIM card you would like to make that call with. The keyboard, again, is very stock. You can shift from portrait to landscape. You get a really nice wide style keyboard. Again, it is the stock Android keyboard, so no customizations done over there. If I jump into the browser, you'll see that the display looks really nice on the browser over here. So if I jump over to iGyaan, it should load it up promptly. It is doing a fairly decent job with the internet capability. So you can see it quickly loads up internet, or sorry, our website, and you can see really nice kinetic scrolling. Pinching in is smooth, really smooth. Text is really crisp. So you'll thoroughly enjoy using this device as a internet content consumption device. No complaints there whatsoever. Now the speakerphone is really loud when you are getting phone calls, when you're talking on the phone, and even when the phone is ringing. But when you watch videos on YouTube, we feel that the speakerphone could have been louder, and that is the case with the Q1000s. It's really trying hard to get the video rolling.
Hey guys, Apple has launched iOS 7. Here's our initial impressions and a quick walkthrough of the whole new interface. The minute you power on your phone, you will notice new elements on the top of the status panel.
So you can barely hear the speaker when the videos are rolling, which is really disappointing for the device. In-game audio is also not so great, so we're not too happy with the speaker or the audio suppression or the audio engine that they're using for video playback, which is not that great. You can also check out our benchmarks video for the device, which will give you a fair idea of how this device performs when it's doing benchmarks. Now here are a couple of things. I'm just going to quickly list down the pros and cons. It is a fantastically slim device. Battery life is good on this. We got about 6 hours of talk time. So in terms of good points, we have a fantastic build quality and a very slim profile. We have great battery life. We have a nice display that looks good, and it works really well outdoors as well. Stock Android makes it fast and responsive, and we saw almost 0 to no lag mostly throughout the day. Why I say mostly is why here the negative bits come in. The device does heat up from over here with prolonged usage. If you're playing a lot of games, etc., the device does heat up to a point where you can't really hold it anymore. So that's disappointing. Negative aspect number 2 is the fact that this device starts to glitch all of a sudden, and you do need to hold down the power button and the volume rocker to give it a full hard reset, where it reboots and then it works fine. So it did happen to us twice in a 7-day period. So that is something that we are not too happy with. So Android just starts glitching and the icons start moving all over. You can't do anything. So you need to do a sort of a hard reboot, sort of like a BlackBerry battery pull. Anyway, so that is the negative bit from it. Overall battery life is good. The camera is excellent. Price seems to be a little on the high side, but the rupee is really taking a hit. So I don't know if that's because that's the reason. We do have a quad-core chipset on this. So if we talk about the internals of the device, we do have a MediaTek 6589T chipset, 1.5 GHz on quad-core. We also have PowerVR SG X544MP GPU. For RAM, we have a gigabyte of RAM, and we do have 16 GB of inbuilt storage, which is non-expandable. Again, the other negative bit, because we filled it up with games and a little bit of music and video, and this device is done. Now I can't add any more content on it, and even when I was recording a video, it gave me a warning saying that we are out of storage space. So that is something that you'll have to really take a look at when it comes to devices like this. But for sustainability, I feel that it is really nicely built, and if you compare it to, for example, the Micromax Canvas 4 over here, essentially the same specifications mostly throughout, but this has the MediaTek 6589 chipset, whereas this has the 6589T. So it's running at 1.5 quad-core, this is running at 1.2 quad-core, and on the back over here you have a plastic sort of shell. This has a metal unibody, and I personally feel that the Xolo has a really nicer look to it. It seems a lot more premium, and the only thing I don't like is this logo over here. They could have made it like the A500s, sort of like embedded into the back, not too bright white. It could have been a black logo or something. Just a embed logo would have been nicer on this. But overall the build quality seems a lot more premium. The device is slim profile. You can really it gives it a better look and overall appeal. In terms of network performance, we feel that the device is pretty good. We saw really no network drops throughout our usage tests, and we got almost a full signal throughout. Even indoors, I usually have 3 bars over here, and this is exactly what I'm getting, 3 bars. So no issues with network whatsoever, and this device has been working really well for us. So no complaints over there. So there you go, guys. This was our quick review of the Q1000s. If you have any questions and queries, do drop them in the comment section below. You can also check out the gaming benchmarks, the camera videos on our channel, which is youtube.com/iGyaan. Get the full detailed review in terms of written review on iGyaan.in. Catch us on Facebook, Twitter, Google+. And make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube, youtube.com/iGyaan, youtube.com/iGyaan TV. For iGyaan Networks, this has been Bharat Nagpal. Thank you guys for watching.